Thank you for being with me today. I want to give a shout out to Black Cap Coffee because they have some seriously excellent, just very well made coffee. And I found out that when you start your car in the morning, and you may check the make and model, it's better if you can run it, like actually drive it for a couple of miles to warm it up rather than just idle it. So I noticed this morning I drove up to Black Cap just to take a little drive and to get this awesome cup of coffee. And the battery was charging as I was driving, so I guess there is something to it. And it fully charged by the time I got back. So with that, I wanted to just welcome you to the channel. Jump on board, like and subscribe. I have my electric blanket on because being out, I absolutely got chilled and I'm still chilled. So I'm keeping my hat on and my sweater. So this article is by mychamplainvalley.com, which is a paper here in Vermont. And it's the article I'm going to review with you says Stowe Mountain Rescue helps 3 lost on Mount Mansfield. And this was several days ago, January 21st, 2026. Okay, so I'm going to read it, and then I want to just add a few comments in here based on my own experience here on the trails. So in Cambridge, Vermont, which is just a few miles up the road, Stowe Mountain Rescue assisted 3 people off of Mount Mansfield earlier this week after the crew members say the group became lost in the dark. Okay. Team members report that they were called out to rescue 3 lads Monday night who had hiked the Bulka Hellbrook Trail but managed to lose their way. So one thing I want to say right off the bat, in Vermont, it is very obvious, especially in the winter months, especially during December, January, February, it starts to get really dark. Like, you notice it, like, clearly around 3 o'clock. Now, lately, it's been kind of tricky because it may stay light out till 4:30, or it may be dark by 3:30 if there's snow or rain coming in. It is so, you know, if you're a Vermonter, you know to be seriously, you will be back in your house by 3 o'clock during the winter, and I've heard many people say it, and I'm one of those people. I'm like, I tell my family, if I'm coming to visit, I'm home by 3 o'clock, so I'm on the road at 2:30 to make sure I'm home. Rescuers sent the group a digital snapshot of their location and helped them download a mapping app to best navigate back towards the trail. So it's a wonderful thing technology is doing. SMR eventually intercepted after the 3 made it to Taft Lodge. Oh, Taft Lodge, okay. According to an online post from Team. So I believe Taft Lodge is, oh, okay, I'm thinking of another part of Stowe. It could either be on Route 100, but they didn't say Route 100. Let's see. Let me see where Taft Lodge is, just so I can talk to you a little bit better about that area. I think I know where it is. I think it's Route 100. Okay, so Taft Lodge is, so location, it says Mount Mansfield. It's not giving me an address. I find that so funny. The address is Stowe. I'm trying to find out, like, exactly where it is. Oh, Route 108, okay. So, roughly 2 miles up the long trail. Okay, so Oh, this isn't the Taft Lodge I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of one like on the main area road. So this is roughly 2 miles up the long trail from Route 108, trailhead near Barnes Camp. It's below the chin of Mount Mansfield. Okay, so let me show you some images of Taft Lodge. So its usage is just a shelter for hikers. Okay, it's totally not what I'm thinking. Let me show you the image of Taft Lodge. Here's a number of images. You see it? It looks like very old 1800s kind of log cabin. Okay, so now let's see if they give us any other information here. SMR gave them headlamps, crampons, extra clothes, and electrolytes before escorting the small group to a downhill bus cab. Rescue group members highlight the importance of research planning and right equipment when you undertake a significant winter hike. I really want to add something to this. Planning, yes. Knowing your location, yes. Having equipment with you, absolutely. And extra food. But can I just comment? The extreme cold that occurs when you're going up these mountains and the occurrence of the heavy winds, the high winds that can happen, you just may not be equipped to really survive that adequately, because the high winds and the cold, it's a fact that cold can affect your thinking. It can affect you, it can make you dizzy. For some people, and especially if you're going in the higher elevations, you're not used to it, or even if you are used to it and you just, have gotten cold and chilled. So, yes, I would say mapping, but do you know what? They did this 4 days ago. Today is Sunday. Yeah, 4 days ago. It was pretty cold still, wasn't it? Oh my God. I mean, why can I'm not gonna, look, I was an avid hiker. I loved hiking. We, as a couple, at that time in my life, would take all 3 children hiking. We loved hiking. We had the babies on our backs. I mean, that was in the spring, in the summer, and early fall. But to go onto a hiking trail, I could see, they're like really excited, maybe go to the Taft Lodge a couple of miles in and, kind of get the excitement of being out in the country and stay at the lodge where you can get warmth and you're adequately, inside and away from the elements. But to go beyond that and to go into the woods onto a trail when we're having, and knowingly, absolutely, they talked about these negative temperatures coming in. I'm not saying anything bad about them. They were probably just trying to get out for a day hike. It got dark. And yes, it gets dark at 3. I'm just saying in general. Let me see. Temperature, if it gives it to us. Temperature on, let's say, what was it? What did they say 4 days ago? January 21st. 2026. Let's see if it gives us the temperature. Okay, so it's saying the temperature was around 35. So if you go a couple of miles up in where they were, you guarantee the temperature at that lodge was not 35. It was probably 20, 25. You go into the woods up farther, it's going to drop easily to 10, 15, easily. So you're talking in the winter that they were going on a hike. That is so dangerous. And it doesn't say they had a guide. There's 4 of them and they all got lost. easy, but you know, I just say this, even the most experienced can get lost. When the wind starts blowing up on the trails, it's going to cover the trails. It's going to disorient you probably very easily because the wind does blow up on the hills. I had lived for over 20 years up on a mountain. I was just 2 miles up, and the wind would always be blowing up there, stirring up the snow. I could drive down that hill and there was not an iota of a wind, like nothing. It was just still as could be. So yeah, 2 miles up, I have quite some experience on that. So anyway, apparently these, thank God, these three hikers survived. Okay, so with that, I just wanted to jump on here and again share with you that if you want to look up any information on them, it's this particular article was in mychamplainvalley.com. So with that, you have an absolutely beautiful day. Right now here in Vermont, in, yes, the Cambridge, Stowe, Morrisville, Johnson, Jeffersonville area, it is -1. It just came up from -5 in the last couple of hours. So with that, you have an absolutely beautiful day, and I will talk to you and bring the storm to you. I'll try to walk up to the bridge as the temperature is supposed, one of the bridges, one of the areas here, to bring you with me in the snowstorm if the temperatures go up to the point where I can walk safely over to the river. You have a beautiful day.